Beneath the serene surface of these vast, sunlit ponds, millions of crocodiles live a life few of us ever imagined. Not in the wild, not in nature documentaries, but in modern farms stretching across continents. Raised for their meat and their skins, these ancient predators, icons of fear and fascination, have found a new role in the modern world. You might think of crocodiles as wild, untamable creatures, but here, they are part of a massive, carefully orchestrated industry that feeds markets, fashion houses, and sometimes our own curiosity. What does it really take to farm an animal that has been on Earth for over 200 million years? Today, we go inside modern crocodile farming, where tradition meets technology and nature meets commerce. In this journey, we'll explore how crocodile farming began, how it works today, the technology behind it, and the surprising ways it impacts our environment, economy, and culture. So, take a deep breath, because the world of crocodile farming is as intricate, fascinating, and sometimes shocking as the creatures themselves. Are you ready to dive in? Crocodile farming didn't start overnight. Its roots go back decades, beginning as a response to overhunting in the wild. In the early 1900s, crocodiles were hunted extensively for their skins. Luxury handbags, belts, and shoes made from crocodile leather became highly sought after. But as demand grew, wild populations began to shrink, and entire species faced the threat of extinction. Around the 1960s and 70s, conservationists and entrepreneurs started to experiment with breeding crocodiles in captivity. The idea was simple, but revolutionary. If we could farm these animals, we could meet demand without destroying wild populations. Early farms were small, often family-run operations, with just a few dozen animals. The techniques were rudimentary, and mortality rates were high. Yet over time, knowledge grew. Farmers learned how to mimic the natural environment, temperature-controlled incubation for eggs, carefully managed feeding, and breeding programs that ensured healthy populations. By the late 20th century, crocodile farming had transformed into a global industry. Today, countries like Australia, Vietnam, Thailand, and South Africa host farms with millions of crocodiles, supplying both meat and high-end skins to markets around the world. It's fascinating to think that these fearsome reptiles, once hunted relentlessly, now owe much of their survival to human innovation. But how exactly does modern crocodile farming work? That's what we'll explore next. Modern crocodile farms are a mix of science and careful observation, designed to keep these ancient predators healthy while producing meat and skins at scale. It all begins with the eggs. Crocodiles lay their eggs in carefully monitored nests, either in the wild or on the farm. Farmers often collect the eggs to incubate them under controlled conditions, ensuring the right temperature and humidity.
Why?
Because the temperature can actually determine the sex of the hatchlings. Warmer nests produce males, cooler nests produce females. Once the eggs hatch, baby crocodiles are moved to nursery ponds. Here, they grow under close supervision. Farmers monitor their health, feed them high-protein diets, and sometimes even give them names. Though with thousands of reptiles, it's more about observing behavior than personal attachment. These juvenile crocodiles will spend the next few years in these carefully managed habitats, growing rapidly. Crocodiles can gain over a kilogram per month under optimal conditions, and their skins develop the signature patterns that make them so valuable. By the time they reach maturity, these crocodiles are ready for two distinct paths: meat production or leather. Meat is harvested primarily for local and regional markets, often in countries where crocodile meat is considered a delicacy. The skin, however, is the real prize, processed with precision to meet the standards of luxury fashion brands around the world. Skilled artisans remove the skin, treat it, and prepare it for the tanning and dyeing processes that will eventually transform it into handbags, shoes, belts, and jackets. It's a process that demands respect for the animal, attention to detail, and strict adherence to safety and hygiene standards. Even the smallest misstep can ruin a hide or affect meat quality. What's striking is how modern farms balance efficiency with care, understanding that every crocodile has both economic and ecological value. And yet, behind these techniques lies a fascinating layer of technology and innovation that's transforming the industry even further. Crocodile farming today isn't just about ponds and careful observation. It's a high-tech operation in many parts of the world. Technology plays a critical role in improving efficiency, animal welfare, and product quality. Take incubation, for example. Modern farms use climate-controlled rooms to mimic the exact conditions a nest would provide in the wild. Sensors monitor temperature and humidity around the clock, ensuring hatchlings develop with the correct sex ratios and optimal health. Some farms even use automated tracking systems to monitor growth, feeding patterns, and water quality, quality, alerting staff to any potential issues before they become serious. Feeding has also seen innovation. Rather than leaving young crocodiles to scavenge, farms use precise diets rich in protein and nutrients, sometimes formulated specifically for growth or skin quality. Automated feeders deliver the right amount at the right time, reducing waste and ensuring consistent development. Even sustainability benefits from technology. Some farms recycle water through filtration systems, and advanced waste management techniques turn animal byproducts into fertilizer or even energy. In some regions, farms have experimented with AI-driven systems to monitor behavior, detect stress, and optimize pond conditions for maximum growth and welfare. It's a reminder that even for creatures that have survived unchanged for millions of years, humans are finding ways to blend ancient biology with modern innovation. And as we'll see next, this industry has consequences far beyond the farm gates. Next, we'll explore the sustainability and environmental impact of crocodile farming and why it might actually be helping both humans and wildlife. At first glance, farming millions of crocodiles might seem like a threat to the environment. But in many cases, it's surprisingly sustainable and sometimes even helps protect wild populations. By providing a reliable source of meat and skins, crocodile farms reduce the pressure on wild populations. Instead of hunting these apex predators in rivers and swamps, demand is met through controlled farming. Some programs even reinvest profits into conservation, supporting habitat protection, anti-poaching efforts, and scientific research. Crocodile farms are also designed with ecosystems in mind. Ponds can act as artificial wetlands, supporting fish, birds, and other wildlife. Advanced waste management ensures that water is recycled and runoff is treated to prevent pollution. In regions where crocodiles are raised in semi-natural conditions, the farms become a delicate balance of nature and industry, a managed ecosystem where both humans and wildlife can thrive. Of course, there are challenges. Poorly managed farms can harm local waterways or spread disease. That's why regulation, monitoring, and ethical standards are crucial. Farms that invest in sustainability not only improve their reputation, but also ensure the long-term survival of these ancient creatures. It's a surprising twist. An industry built on luxury can also foster conservation. It forces us to rethink what it means to coexist with a species that, for millions of years, lived entirely on its own terms. So, beyond environmental benefits, what does crocodile farming mean for economies and cultures around the world? That's what we'll explore next. Crocodile farming isn't just about biology or conservation. It's a global economic engine. In countries like Vietnam, Thailand, Australia, and South Africa, crocodile farms generate millions of dollars annually, providing jobs in rural communities and supporting industries from farming to fashion. Crocodile meat, often considered a delicacy, is high in protein and lean, and it's served in restaurants and specialty markets worldwide. Meanwhile, skins fetch premium prices. Luxury handbags, shoes, and jackets crafted from crocodile leather can sell for thousands of dollars. This creates opportunities for small-scale artisans, large factories, and international trade networks alike. Culturally, crocodiles occupy a unique space. In some regions, they are symbols of power, resilience, or heritage. In Southeast Asia, for example, crocodile farming is intertwined with local traditions and livelihoods. Young generations learn the craft of farming, skin preparation, and leatherwork, passing skills down through families. At the same time, this industry sparks ethical debates. Some question whether raising and harvesting millions of sentient predators is justifiable. Others argue that when done responsibly, it can protect wild populations while offering economic benefits that sustain entire communities. It's a reminder that crocodiles are more than ancient predators. They are part of human culture, economy, and even identity in some parts of the world. And as markets evolve, the industry itself continues to change, embracing innovation, sustainability, and global demand. Now, with a sense of where we've been and where we are, let's look ahead. What does the future hold for crocodile farming? Looking ahead, crocodile farming is poised to evolve in ways few of us could have imagined. Technology will continue to play a central role. AI-driven monitoring, automated feeding, and climate-controlled habitats will improve efficiency and animal welfare. Genetic research may help farms produce healthier, more resilient animals, while reducing disease and mortality. Sustainability will also drive the future. With growing consumer awareness awareness. Farms that prioritize environmental responsibility, ethical treatment, and conservation will stand out. Some regions are exploring fully integrated ecosystems where farmed crocodiles coexist with other species, helping maintain biodiversity while still supplying markets. Global demand for both meat and luxury skins is expected to grow, particularly in emerging economies. This will likely spur innovation in farm design, supply chains, and product development. Yet, there's also a challenge: balancing profit with ethics and conservation. The future of this industry depends on finding that delicate equilibrium. Perhaps the most remarkable prospect is the idea that humans and these prehistoric predators can coexist sustainably. From near extinction in the wild to a thriving global industry, crocodiles have adapted to our modern world in ways we are only beginning to understand. It's a story of survival, innovation, and unexpected harmony, a reminder that even the fiercest creatures can have a place in the human economy without disappearing from the wild. Crocodile farming is more than an industry. It's a lens into human ingenuity, conservation, and the complex relationship we have with nature's oldest predators. And perhaps it's a chance to rethink how we value wildlife in a modern world. From ancient rivers to modern farms, crocodiles have journeyed alongside humans in ways both surprising and profound. They remind us of the delicate balance between nature and commerce, tradition and innovation, survival and progress. Millions of these creatures now thrive not just in the wild, but in carefully managed ecosystems where their lives and our choices intersect. So, what do you think? Can we truly balance conservation, ethics, and industry? Could the future of crocodile farming be a model for other species, showing that humans and wildlife can coexist sustainably? If this story surprised you, fascinated you, or made you think about the world in a new way, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment below, share your perspective, and if you want to dive deeper into stories like this, don't forget to like and subscribe, because in every farm, in every pond, and in every story, there's a world waiting to be discovered, one that challenges us, teaches us, and connects us to the incredible creatures we share this planet with.